want to talk about how much a solar system will produce in terms of electricity. So obviously the reason for the question is because people want to know how much it's going to produce and what that will save them. So there's really two parts to the answer. In this, I can talk about how much electricity it's going to produce, or kilowatt hours. What it's going to save you is a function of a couple of other things, including how much you're paying for electricity per kilowatt hour and whether or not you are using the power that's coming off the solar system as it's being produced. But for now, I'll talk about how much a solar system makes. There's a rule of thumb, which is used quite often in Sydney and New South Wales, that for every kilowatt of solar, you will get 4 kilowatt hours of energy per day. So if you install a 10 kilowatt system, you'll get around 40 kilowatt hours per day. Now, it's kind of a useful and easy to remember thing. It's partly right and partly wrong. So the actual figure, I think, is 3.9 or something. And that makes a range of assumptions about the angle and orientation of the panels. But let's say they're north-facing and on a normal pitch of roof. That can go down if you are facing it east or west, typically by sort of 13 or 15% in losses off that daily figure. And it's not even. So there's a massive variance between summer and winter. So summer can often be 2 or 3 times the production that winter is. So going back to this example of a 10 kilowatt system, in winter it might only produce 12 or 15 kilowatt hours per day. In summer it might produce 60 or 70. So quite often you have this really high ratio on fantastic summer days. So one of the things to remember is that you don't need to understand that. A decent proposal should actually tell you what it's going to save you per year, but also even break that down into a monthly type production. So our goal is to make sure that you understand what solar is doing for you. So you will actually see how much the system is expected to produce throughout the year. We'll even then break that down into, we won't go into the same level of detail for every year, but we'll break down year by year how the output should change for you. And it decreases a little bit, about 1% per year. So the rule of thumb is 4 kilowatt hours per kilowatt of solar. It's a useful rule of thumb, but you will see in our proposals that we actually break this down to a level of detail that's useful for you so that we can show you what the system is going to save. Hope that helps.